Tried to plug in later today. Hopefully some misfits that are usually at work get a chance to plug in. This is always the hardest part of getting a video up is plugging in and sitting here staring at the camera with nobody there. Not so bad if I have something heavy on the brain that I want to talk about, but today I just wanted to plug in and say hi. My day started off fairly stressful. I had a errand to run, but it went really well, and that put me in good spirits. Definitely eased my mind on a few things. Oh, 1-1. Cool. Thank you. Notices must have went out. I just never know when it comes to this channel. Especially with the comment section, it gets such grief. I know when things don't look right, when there's no comments on videos, because I know you guys post all the time. It's unfortunate, but it's been going on so long, I'm used to it. Oh, I just got my notice. Well, I guess whoever was here cut. But thank you for the thumbs up while you were here. Appreciate you. Well, I'll just be patient and see who pops in. Boy, it's starting to get cold. Before I know it, I'll be buried in snow. Now we're getting action. Yo, boy, what's happening? Fights is the best. Hey, how you doing? Oh, fight night is the best. Sorry, I don't read so well. I appreciate the patience. Just chilling like a villain. Wanted to plug in, see how everybody's day went. Mr. Hoot, how you doing? Trent Davis, what's happening? All new folks in here. None of the regulars as of yet. Thanks for the thumbs up, Mr. Hoot. Good. Glad to hear it. Well, I guess I must have went into some kind of rotation today. A bunch of new faces. Thanks for the hearts and the roses. MEDUL. Medul. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I don't read so good. Looks like a name from India. I really struggle when folks come in here from India and their names are hard for me to read. Being dyslexic's a real pain in the butt. But fortunately for me, I got other skills. I'm good with my hands. I'm just not good with the book work. Wow. Went from 10 down to 5 right quick. I guess I wasn't entertaining enough for you folks. That's all right. Waiting for some of my regulars to pop in so we can have a good old-fashioned conversation. But I'm always appreciative seeing some new folks popping in. Hello, HOLA 23. Hola 23. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Yeah, like I said, a lot of new faces. Watch the view count spike and then drop right down to 2. This channel is so bizarre. Boston Plumber, what's happening? Sheet metal worker in the house. I always love seeing another tradesman. There are times where I miss being on a job site. Not much, but it was always entertaining being on a job site. 64 flyers in the house. There we go. Now we got a regular. Hello, brother. Hope all is well with you. Today started off a little stressful, but it ended real well. Wanted to plug in the afternoon. Hopefully be able to touch base with some folks that are normally at work. Boston Plumber, note. Okay. Oh. Yeah, my forecast is supposed to drop into the 20s, man. Gotta get ready. I've seen 25 below zero here. Northern Wisconsin gets mighty cold. And when you come from California, you don't see weather like this. I'll be out there with my little snow blower. Oh, wow, 25. Okay, Boston. Plumley. Plummy. Oh, man, maybe I read that all wrong. My bad. Plum, Plum, L-E-Y. Plumley. Boston Plumley, not plumber. See, there goes my reading again. But the folks that come out here on a regular, they're used to my bad reading. Did you know Einstein was dyslexic? One of the smartest men on the planet. Suffered the same learning disability. Come on up to Canada and I can show you some cold. Yeah, I bet. You're even further north than I am. I bet. And some deep snow too. I've seen it, I don't know, a couple feet in a night, which was quite a bit. Tesla is smarter. Well, Tesla had the advantage of technology, right? Einstein didn't have a computer. So you got to wonder what Einstein could have done with a computer. If he would have been trained in modern day technology, what he could have accomplished. I would like to see what the real Tesla could have done. Oh, that's probably who you're talking about. My bad. I'm thinking Elon Musk when you said Tesla. But you're right. Tesla was a very sharp guy. Absolutely. Poker face, I agree with you. Plumley. Boston, okay. Your comments are kind of cryptic. I'm not sure what you're getting at. I get trolled quite a bit, but I'm not jumping to no conclusions. Tell you, being an old man coming on YouTube is not easy. It's mostly youngsters out here playing games, but I got quite a few regulars that are a little older, and I appreciate their maturity. Kids these days, they weren't raised with manners. And playing around on the gadget and playing games and trolling, and man, I just don't get this world. I really don't. I'm a dinosaur. There's no doubt about it. But I enjoy having conversations with people all over the globe. It's one of the silver linings to technology. The chance to communicate with people from all different walks of life. It's very interesting. I don't get along with people too much because they don't know how to behave. But the ones that do, and we get out here and share stories and whatnot, I enjoy it. And there are some youngsters that are pretty mature for their age, and they don't fall prey to all of the drama when it comes to being online. I think kids look for attention in all the wrong places. Just like that stupid kid that pulls all those YouTube stunts with the big bodyguard behind him, just crashed his little sports car. How everybody's talking, he just ruined his YouTube career. Man, it just cracks me up. The things that people go viral for, it utterly amazes me. It really does. Interesting how everything got real quiet. Boston Plummy, I don't know, homie. I think you're suspect. Something strange, but we'll see. See, I've had people down in the comment section kick other people off. More of that immaturity. Yeah. Comment section came to a screeching halt. Well, we'll see who pops in. I'm listening to that Jeopardy music. Oh, I know what I could do. Maybe I do this. Put user on timeout. 5 minutes. Let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, what a difference that made. Holy cow. Now all of a sudden it's working. I might just have to... Yeah. Bill W's in the house. Yo, good afternoon, brother. Just come back from the bank. I look for the lost silver. Nice, dude. In a box of $50, but nothing found. Nice, dude. I follow a lot of stacking channels, and quite a few folks go get bank rolls and search for silver. My grandfather used to pick his silver dimes out and put them in a little bowl on the table back when they first switched over. This would have been, if I was born in 62, this would have been like 1967, about 5 years old. And I remember Grandpa, there was a little bowl and Mom would say, don't take those dimes. Those are silver ones. Man. Now they say the copper in old copper pennies is worth more than its weight in copper, or its weight in copper is worth more than 1 cent. And I went to a pawn shop here in town, and the pawn shop owner said, when I die, my wife's going to kill me twice. He had, I think he said he had 2 55-gallon drums stuffed full of pennies, all copper pennies. So I know all about coin roll hunting. It seems to have better luck with pennies. No wheat D's. There you go. Wheat pennies, yeah. I did quite a bit of stacking for a while. Then I sold it off to buy trucks for my charity. And now with the way things are going and the way things happened here, I wish I didn't do that. But I was anxious to get the ball rolling. But I had me a nice little stack going there for a while. But shit happens. Or it doesn't. Well, I see 6 thumbs up and 2 people watching. It's so weird. The gadget put me in rotation or something and then just pulled it out. Bunch of new faces popped in. Everybody's gone and It's all quiet again. I really don't understand YouTube, the way they handle their business. And clearly they don't care for me much, but that's okay. It's nice and cozy. Hopefully some more regulars pop in, Bill. Oh, man. Sucks getting old. My energy is for shit. So much to do. Now we're down to 2. Sorry, guys. I know I'm not being very entertaining. Like I said, though, I really didn't have any subject matter on the brain. I just wanted to come out and say hi, see who was hanging out in the interwebs. Normally, I got something to run my mouth about, but today's kind of quiet. But I try to stay plugged in every day. Gotta go for now. It was nice talking with you this afternoon, brother, and biggest prayers. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate you, homie. Go handle your business. Always enjoy seeing a familiar face. And not to mention manners saying that you're checking out. Yeah, being on YouTube is strange. Really strange. Oh, now we're down to 0. What are we, 17 minutes in? Nobody's here? Yeah. Drama, or Johnny's drama with YouTube. That's okay. I can make this a short one if need be. If nobody pops in, I'll just sign off. I don't need to just sit here and stare at myself. I enjoyed yesterday's live. I really did. Interaction with you good folks, it's food for the soul. Well, I see 6 in here now, so hopefully some regulars popped in. And thanks for the thumbs up for the ones that hit the screen a couple of times. Appreciate you. Anything to get the gadget to spread the word. Sitting here staring out the window. It's such a nice view. This time of year, all the leaves changing colors and whatnot. Well, let me sit here in my uncomfortableness and see who shows up. Patience, Johnny. Have some patience. Yeah. Saw a dog online today, man. Poor pit bull, man. Its owner died, and there was no one there to take the dog, and it went to a dog shelter down in Florida. Such a beautiful, good-looking dog, 7 years old, and they were talking about how this poor dog probably won't, is going to have a hard time getting adopted because it wasn't a puppy and whatnot. And I so want to rescue a dog right now, but with everything I got going on, it's bad timing. But I want a dog, something fierce, 2 of them. Companionship. Lonely old man, stuck on 30 acres all by himself. Well, I got a couple people hanging out. All's quiet in the comment section. Don't be bashful. If you're hanging out, eyeballing me, you put something down there. Okay, now we're up to 5. Oh. 20 minutes in. Bill W. and 64 Flyer. The only two regulars that have popped in so far. Had to put this one cat on timeout for 5 minutes. Huh. Yeah. FOCUSVR. Focus. Oh man, I'm struggling saying that name. Sorry about that. Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Never seen your tag before, so I got to assume your first time here. And thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We're all the way up to 9. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Focus survey. Dominic. Hey, Johnny. This be a worthless question to ask, but I've been watching you for some time and I've only messaged a few, but it's been on my mind to ask you if you need help with anything or work. I could use a lot of help, to be quite honest. The thing is, I bought this property to start a dog rescue and help some people that were down on their luck so they could help me, right? And things didn't work out, and now I got to move, so I'm not too sure what you could do, but I really appreciate you asking, Dominic. Thank you, man. Henry's in the house. I would do on this afternoon. Oh, maybe you meant, what did you do on this afternoon? Been kind of quiet today, Henry. How's your day going? It's going okay. It started stressful. I had an errand to run, that something been heavy on my mind. Got it taken care of. And it was nice to get it handled. So I'm in good spirits. Thank you for asking. ELDLDIAN 1221. Hello. How you doing? Oh, okay. On the FOCUSVR. Yeah, I thought checking in the afternoon I would get some of our misfits in here who had normally are at work, but it's kind of quiet. But perhaps it'll pick up here in a few and we can have a little back and forth. Couple new faces, that's always good. Making new friends, I like it. And like I said, I'm usually pretty chatty, got something to run my mouth about, but today, no topic in particular. Do you play any type of technology games? No, I don't. I'm not real good with the gadget, and playing video games really ain't my thing. Dominic, if I'm not mistaken, I think you said you were moving back to Cali. I'm going to try to, yes. I really would like to move back to California. That's where my friends and family are. And it's just money, right? I'll have to wait and see what I can get out of this property. Were you planning on continuing the dog? Yes. No matter where I move, no matter where I settle, the dog rescue thing is all I think about. Thank you for that question. LS is in the house. Hope you are well. Thank you, young lady, and I hope you're doing well yourself. Always a pleasure to see a familiar face. How is it in the Azores? It's so cool that you got out of Canada and got yourself over in Portugal. I know the dog stuff is rough, but it's cool. I would love to hear your story. Let me ask, what have you been most thankful for this year? Man, that's a tough question. I lost my 2 dogs this year, so to be quite honest, I know. Having faith in God, that's what I'm thankful for. There you go. That's what I'm most thankful for this year. Been through a lot of really hard times, and the dear Lord is keeping me plugged in, man. One time in the summer, I went to California and Las Vegas. Very cool. Oh, Eric's in the house. What's happening, homie? Good to see you. Things were kind of quiet, and I really didn't have anything particular to talk about. And I'm glad some of the regulars have popped in. I appreciate you, young man. Bless you. Sorry about your dogs. Thank you for that, 1221. I appreciate you. Yeah. Been a hard year this year. Real hard year. One of the hardest years of my life, and not really saying something growing up in foster homes. Bless you to God. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Yeah. My errand that I had to run today, I was talking to this gentleman and we got into the conversation a little bit about God, and I told him my story, how God touched me. I had a snake that ate a mouse under the apple tree and he couldn't run away, and I was standing there looking at him, and it got me thinking about Adam and Eve. And there's a YouTube channel that I watch, Tack Room Bible Study Talk with Dwayne, and he was talking about Moses. And between those two things, I just felt the good Lord's presence. I don't know how to explain it. There wasn't no voices in my head, but I really felt like God had me, you know what I mean? And it gave me faith that everything was going to be okay. Like I said, it's been a hard year, real hard year. I'm sorry for you. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. LS, I will give the Azores a year and see how it goes. Morocco is recovering. I had somebody come out here from Morocco once, and I thought, how cool is that? I don't know anything about it, but just the name Morocco sounds very inviting for some reason to me. JJ 72, Johnny, hope all works out for you. Been a while since I last posted. JJ in Colorado. Thank you, JJ. Always a pleasure to see an old friend. I appreciate your kind words, my brother. Duck, hey bro, I'm back for another stream. Thanks, Duck. I appreciate you. Macho is my dog. Ah, there you go. M-O-C-H-O, Macho. There's a young lady that comes in here, Macho the Rottweiler. She was a friend of the ex-wife. It's a small world. It's good to see some familiar faces finally coming in. It was getting a little lonely there for a minute, and it gets me uncomfortable just sitting here with nothing to say. 16 thumbs up and 12 people watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I remember the live stream. I was talking to you. I was a penguin. Okay. Sorry, I mean matcha. M-O-C-H-A, matcha. I hope I'm saying that right, LS. And I subbed to you and got time. Thank you. I meant that time. Oh, I see what you're saying. No worries. F-O-C-U SVR. I don't know why I have a hard time reading that. Focus serve. Anyway, thank you. Appreciate you. How's your day going, Eric? I know I saw you, homie. Right? Yeah. What's good with you? This is sometimes it's kind of awkward for me because you know the gap and people draw macho is like mocha. There you go. I'm here. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate you, man. Usually I got something to run my mouth about and I can get out here and I just roll. You know, it's like the videos when I make a video, and I haven't made a video in a while. I don't edit nothing, you know. If there's something on the brain, I'll drop a video because there's something I want to get out. But, you know, I'm not scripted and I'm not, you know, trying to go viral and all that nonsense. I mean, it would be nice if I caught a bunch of attention. You know, it would help me with the dog rescue thing. But, you know, this is, I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to call this YouTube channel anymore. I mean, I used to call it a commercial for my dog rescue, but that really didn't work. I guess it's a vlog, right? When you're out there running your mouth about your life every day, technically speaking. I don't know. Johnny the dinosaur. Should have been born in the 40s and grow up in the 50s and 60s, and then I could have already been in heaven. A guy my age, it's hard to fit in this world. Technology and all the nonsense. Square peg in a round hole. There's no doubt about it. D's in the house. Life is tough. You play the hand you're dealt. Yes, sir. You do the best you can. Remember, we don't ask to be on this earth. Amen. I couldn't agree more. And like I was just saying about having faith in God, He's got a plan for me. I'm sure of it. And whether I get to finish this dog rescue dream of mine or not, that's in His control. It's not in mine. And that's where I get this faith in God and give it all up to God and let Him drive the car, and I just ride shotgun and keep my fingers crossed that I get to have 100 dogs in my life. I really want to do this dog rescue. Something fierce. Eric, today has been a bad day. Depressing day. Just a lot of stuff on the brain. Oh, dude, I'm sorry, man. And feeling sorry for myself. Haha. Yeah, I know that feeling, homie. The usual BS. I got you, brother. Well, you keep your chin up. You're a good kid, man. And I keep pushing to get after your artwork. Dude, you're very talented. And I think hanging out with those kind of folks and doing your artwork and expressing yourself in your artwork is really going to help with the demons, brother. Try to close out all the nonsense with the family and the ex and all that shit and stay focused on your art. I think it'll take you far, brother. I really do, man. I really do. Any faith you can have is good faith. D, thank you. Ohio. PH, phantom tax here is, where is here? Huh? Oh, if you're asking me where is here, I live in northern Wisconsin. McDonald's. Dude, you're all over the place. I have a question. I'm sure you do. Something tells me you need to go. Your comments make no sense. Your stalker is here because messages are getting deleted. Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me get rid of this clown. Let's see if that gets any better. I had a feeling, Eric. My stalker's always here. The cowardly little person that he is. Ain't that right, stalker? When you brush your teeth and have to look in the mirror, if you even brush your rotten teeth, you know you're a coward. You got no heart. Anybody that plays games on the computer is cowardly, right? That's why they have to hide behind their gadget. I feel sorry for you. I don't even get angry anymore. Whatever games you play, it doesn't affect my life. You messing with people in the comment section, it's childish. But I'm not upset. I just think you're a coward. And I'm sure your friends and family think the same thing. And I'm sure you got no old lady for the same reason. No woman would ever want to be with some guy who's a coward, can't defend her honor and all that. So I pity you. Sorry, troll. Hopefully it gets better. A few of my messages got deleted. Of course, dude, I get it, man. I was just saying I texted you earlier because I didn't have your address. Oh, I'll have to check my text messages, brother. I had some errands I had to run today, so I was kind of busy. Wolf, the nonsense stalker. Yeah, Wolf, knocking down comments in the comment section. It's a cowardly act, right? Anybody that has to sit on their computer to give an old man a hard time who, he don't know me, he never met me, right? It's the actions of a coward. Ain't that right, troll? Oh. You gonna call me again? Leave another voicemail on my phone? Caller ID blocked and all that? My cowardly little friend? Shit. Wolf saying hi to Eric. Cool. Also, hello, Johnny. How are you today? I'm good, man. I was real stressed out in the morning. I had an errand to run, some stuff that I needed to take care of, and it had me worked up, but it went well. It went really well. So it put me in a good mood, and I was wiped out, tired today, so I got me a little nap in, and I wanted to plug in the afternoon instead of earlier in the day, hoping that some of the folks that are working during the day get a chance to stop by and say hi. By the way, Wolf, how's the new job going? Hopefully everything's on track still. Maybe I pissed my troll off and he's knocking everybody's comments down some more. Yeah, I've noticed you go live around noon Texas time. That's usually right when I get off work. Gotcha, Wolf. Yeah, I'm trying to be more active on the channel. You know, I used to do 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. To give people a chance to pop in, whether they're around somewhere on the globe, different clock time kind of stuff, or in the States. Some people work during the day, some people work nights kind of thing. But lately, I'm lucky I get to plug in once a day, you know what I mean? After Mama Dog died, I was really in a dark place. And that's starting to let up a little bit. Memory lane is a little bit nicer to me lately. I still have my bad days, but trying to be more regular. And it's good. I worked today, 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. Could have stayed late today, but I ate Chipotle yesterday and it had my stomach messed up. So I chose not to stay, unfortunately. Dude, well, it's tough being at work when you don't feel good, man. It's all right. Eric, good. I'm glad that the errands went well and put you in a good mood. Yeah, I had something hanging over my head for a long time and I needed to get it squared away. Today was a good day. Haha, Chipotle will definitely do that to you, Wolf. Hope you feel better. There you go, Eric. Good looking out, man. I enjoy this, our little chats and whatnot, and back and forth, and staying plugged into everybody. And both you guys are down there in Texas. I'm not sure how far Wolf is from San Antonio, but at least you guys are in the same state. It's cool how this YouTube channel brings people together. You know, I got 3 or 4 people from Maine and Tennessee, Michigan, Canada, folks from all over the globe, man. It's really cool. People pop in here quite frequently from India too. I'm feeling better now. I'm vegetarian, so I got the tofu burrito, but someone told me they cook the tofu on the same grill as regular meat, so that's probably what did it. Yeah, dude. You know, when it comes to a restaurant, you never know who's cooking your food or what they're cooking it with. Are the utensils clean? You know, how many different kinds of food did they cook in the grease, right? All that kind of stuff. It's always a crapshoot when it comes to a restaurant. Normally, if you go to a little mom and pop place, they're a little more attentive to their cleanliness because their reputation is everything. You get food poisoning somewhere, you're not going back. You know what I mean? Not to mention, they could get sued, I guess. So I'm glad you're feeling better and you didn't get deathly ill, you know what I mean? Be sitting on the toilet all day. Oh no, Wolf, I'm a vegetarian too. I hate that mixing. Oh, there you go. 19. Thank you guys for double tapping the screen. I appreciate you. Yeah, I rarely eat out because of that reason. Home cooking food is always the best in my opinion. Amen, dude. I haven't eaten out in a very long time. I always cook. Not to mention, you know, where I live, I got no friends. I got nobody to go eat with other than my neighbor Jimmy. And we've only eaten at a restaurant once up here. And it was a little mom and pop place and it was really good. Went there for breakfast. I think I had French toast with maple syrup and bacon. Sorry, my vegetarians. I know how it is. It's strange how I got this phobia about eating plants, man. I wish I liked plants, you know, but lettuce and tomatoes and fruit and carrots and salad, ugh, it gags me for some reason. And I've been that way since I was a kid. I don't hate vegetables in regards to what they are. I wish I liked them, I would eat them. But man, if I bite on a cherry tomato and it squirts in my mouth, I'll throw up. And I know because I've done it. One of the foster homes I was in, the foster mom was the kind of lady where you got to eat everything on your plate. And she, you know, had all the right, you know, vegetables, meat, all the little balanced whatevers. And I said, I can't, you know, I'd force myself to get the lettuce down. But I told her, if I bite on that cherry tomato, I'm going to throw up. And she goes, no, you won't. So I did it and I threw up. And she never made me eat another cherry tomato because you can't make that up. Eric, yeah, I always enjoy the live chats with you and keeping plugged in, even though I can't make it all the time. Yeah, dude, I appreciate you, dude. And everybody's got a life. That's why I was trying to go live this afternoon for the folks that don't get a chance to plug in the morning. For some reason lately, the mornings seem to be, I don't know, when I felt a little chatty, and today I had my errand in the morning, so plugged in the afternoon. What about pineapple? Pineapple I don't mind. It's just real fibrous. the texture. And that's usually what grosses me out when it comes to plants. It's the texture. And some plants are real pungent in flavor. I had a coworker and his family had a little winery, and he called me a super taster, whatever that's supposed to be, because I told him, I said, when I eat plants, I can taste the chlorophyll. You know, when I eat something green, I can taste that, whatever that is in there, and it grosses me out. And he says, oh, you'd make a good wine taster. They get paid lots of money to taste the different kinds of wine and tell them what's in there. I said, I don't know, dude, but whatever is going on with me when it comes to eating plants of any kind, I don't mind bananas. I don't mind apples, but I don't particularly care for them because the skin on apples. But like grapes, no thanks. I could eat a grape without throwing up, not like a cherry tomato, but I don't know what it is with plants, man. I got the weirdest phobia about eating plants. It's all in my head, or it's all in my taste buds. To me, I love salad. There's just something about a plate full of fresh, well, good for you, Wolf. I wish I liked salad. I do. But like I said, man, it just really grosses me out. I think it's that vegetables were not made well before. That could be. I don't know. Wow, that's interesting, LS. Yeah, like I said, I taste things in plants taste very pungent, very strong. And a lot of times it's texture. You know, I can eat meat. That don't bother me, even though my heart goes out to a cow, right? I'm an animal lover, but I really like meat. But when it comes to eating plants, I mean, I got apples that grow all over the yard. I've never eaten an apple here. The deers get them all. Wolf. Also, canned vegetables have a different flavor and texture than fresh. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can remember being forced to eat spinach. To me, that was like trying to eat snot. It was gross. And don't even put Brussels sprouts on a plate in front of me. They smell so bad, they gag me with just the smell. I know people love artichokes. No thanks. Avocados. My mom used to love avocados. No thanks. I don't care what it is. You know, the only vegetable I really like is corn. Smothered in butter. Corn. Corn on the cob, crispy corn. I'm not a fan of cream corn in a can, but fresh corn, I love it. That, and most people say corn isn't even a real vegetable because it's yellow. God gives us permission to eat animals, so I don't judge anyone who eats them. But in the Garden of Eden and after Noah's, animals were vegetables pretty much. So I try to follow that. Good for you, Wolf. Yeah, good for you. And I understand, I do. And each to their own when it comes to food. And if I didn't have such a phobia about eating plants, I'd be all about it. You know, they're healthy for you. And like I said, my heart goes out to the critters. It does. It does. Name 3 foods that you make at home. Hamburger, bacon. I eat, here's a vegetable. I don't know if you call it a vegetable, but I like black beans. I can eat beans. I eat black beans, what do you call it? Like in a Mexican restaurant. And Denison's baked beans. I don't eat the baked beans much because of the thick syrup that they come in. It's got a lot of sugar. I try to stay away from sugar. My body functions better with no sugar. You know, my diet has a lot of fat in it. I eat butter for energy. You know, I put butter in my coffee and whatnot, and it works good for my body. And granted, it's probably not the healthiest, but, you know, I do the best I can. Tacos, burgers, salads, haha. And yes, black beans. Yeah, yeah. Very popular in the vegetarian world. Yeah, I like black beans. I like it because it's got a lot of fiber. Helps keep the plumbing going. And I eat yogurt. I eat Activia yogurt, you know, for the probiotics, and it helps with my stomach. Refried beans. There you go, Eric. My favorite food used to be beef jerky and pizza. Yeah, I used to eat a lot of pizza too back in the day, back when I got up to 250 pounds. Yeah. Then when I got sick, I got to 150 pounds. I lost 100 pounds in my adult life. That's crazy. And now I'm 180. That's a good weight for me. And once I can get healthy and get on a good regimen, I'll feel a whole lot better in my energy. And I need to get a little hormone replacement therapy. I'm sure my testosterone levels are down to nothing. I can tell. Not easy getting old, especially when you try to stay active. You know, I need my body to keep working. I got a lot of work to do. And physical activity makes me feel good, not just physically, but mentally. Staying physically active, building stuff and doing chores and mowing the lawn, being productive, makes me feel like a man, you know, being able to work with my hands. Done it my whole life, and getting old and decrepit, that's going to be hard, man. I'm not that kind of guy that just wants to sit around and eat a bowl of potato chips. LS, what happened with low testosterone? Well, you know, it's strength, energy. I've done a lot of homework, and I found a place up here, and I went to a clinic that was a testosterone replacement therapy clinic, but it was a hustle. I used to use this stuff when I did some bodybuilding back in the day, you know, young and dumb. But as an old man, your testosterone levels drop off, and it gives you strength and energy and, you know, the things, you know, like a teenager. And when your levels drop low, your hormones drop low, just like with women, when your estrogen drops low and you don't get your period no more, you know, being on a hormone therapy, just trying to keep your balance, your levels balanced, it's quality of life, right? That's all I'm looking for. I'm not trying to be no bodybuilder and be all big and buffed, but naturally I'm a stocky guy. And right now I'm a little on the feeble side, shall we say. Wolf, a few months ago, I was 151 pounds, and now I've been working and eating better and dieting, and I'm 137. Wow. So I feel great. Good for you, man. Corsa. Hello, Johnny. Nice to see you. Always a pleasure. Am I saying that right? Corena. Corina. My bad. Triple hot mess. AKA. There you go. There you go. And thank you, guys. We're all the way up to 19. I appreciate you for double tapping that screen. Showing the love. There you go. Yes. Oh. This always puts me in a good mood, having a conversation with you guys. You know, every once in a while I get a little sappy out here. Get to talking about the doggies and whatnot. Sometimes that really gets me sad, but I really do enjoy our conversations. You know, being out here by myself is pretty lonely. And it always lifts my spirits to have a good conversation with you folks. I think women start getting more angry as they age. Yeah, I agree. I think men are the opposite. Ah, there you go. Do you gamble? No. Used to play a little poker on Saturday nights with my tattoo guy, you know, just for fun. But as far as being a gambler, no. If I'm ever at a casino back in the day when I was younger, $100. I had $100 limit. If I lost $100, I was done. And if I doubled my money, usually I was done. So gambling and me, money's too hard to earn. And casinos and gambling is just another way to pick your pocket, unless you're really good at it. And let's just say I'm not the lucky type. Always been a big dreamer. Used to buy lotto tickets. So I guess I did gambling through the lotto tickets. Every payday I'd buy a lotto ticket. Quick pick. But I never hit nothing. Like I said, my luck is for shit. A lifetime of hard work when it comes to money. Earning that paycheck. Hot mess. I have a scratcher bottle challenge tonight. Oh, okay, there you go. I mean, you know, gambling is a form of entertainment. I mean, you know, you buy a lotto ticket or something and you get all excited hoping you're going to hit. As long as you're not wasting your rent money or your grocery money, I could think of worse things you could do when it comes to spending your money. Sorry, I get to looking out the window. It's just so pretty. I got an American flag out there and the wind's blowing and it's doing its thing and it a little hypnotizing. Anybody else's comments getting taken down? Wondering if my troll's still hard at it or did he decide to split? Got tired of me calling him a coward. Oh man. Life on YouTube. It's a strange place. It really is. Whoever wins gets the pot of money. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we used to go over to my tattoo artist's house. I think we played once a month, if memory serves. We didn't do it every weekend. Sometimes we did, but we'd play poker and buy chips. You know, sometimes, you know, people would drop a couple $100 for sure. You know, people get a little excited when it comes to playing poker. For me, it was just having a good time with some friends. Won a little bit. Probably lost more than I won, but for me, it was hanging out with your friends like you. Somebody wins the pot, that's kind of cute. Eric, I haven't noticed any other comments being deleted. Good, good. LS, money is an anxiety, so stressful. Yes, it is, young lady. I couldn't agree more. Coming up poor, you know, welfare, food stamps, and cockroaches. Money was always a problem for my family. Just not having it, you know. There were times when I was a kid, we ran out of food. At the end of the month, I mean, we ate a lot of fried potatoes, man. Potatoes were cheap. And powdered milk. Mom couldn't afford, you know, whole milk, regular milk. And at the end of the month, if food ran out, Mom would say, go eat at your friend's house. And I had some good friends that were very sympathetic. And they didn't mind me coming over and eating their food. So I know all about being stressed when it comes to money. And that's why I'm charitable, because I know what it's like to be poor and down on your luck. You know, I'm not a rich man. My pension and Social Security is more than I need. And I don't waste money. And if I could really get this dog rescue started and get donations coming in to help support the dog rescue, you know, like Pit Bulls and Parolees. I used to watch that show with the ex-girlfriend and help people and help dogs. Man, that would make me so happy. But that dream feels like it's so far away after what happened here. I try not to feel defeated, but after my dogs passed, it really took a lot of wind out of my sails. And I mean, if I was wealthy, I'd already have the dog rescue going. I could hire people to help me, you know, instead of trying to do it the way I did. But money's always been a struggle for me in my life. And when I graduated high school, can't barely read, had no real job skills. It was very depressing trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. But when I joined a union and went to apprenticeship school, I knew what was waiting for me, that journeyman's card and a guaranteed paycheck, making good money and a pension. So once I got on that track, I never got off because I knew what would be there for me. And now I reap the rewards of that. I got an income. You know, I'm old and tired and body's beat up. If I had to work an 8-hour day, it would be a real struggle. Fortunately, I got that taken care of while I was still young. And you're so right, LS. Money is very stressful. And it is for most people. I mean, look at the homeless people in this country right now. And not all those people are drug addicts and alcoholics, right? There's a lot of good people that live in their cars. I see it on YouTube all the time. And they have a job. And they take a shower at the gym. But they sleep in their car. There's a lot of people that are doing that now. That's why I think we're already in a Great Depression. I never heard nothing like that in my youth, right? There were a lot of people that had minimum wage jobs, maybe 2, and they had an apartment. They weren't living on the street, and they were making minimum wage. You got a roommate or 2 or 3 roommates. Now people are sleeping in their car, sometimes with their children. It's heartbreaking to me. That's why I'm always out here saying, do a kind act for a stranger and give a homeless person some food. Because my heart goes out to them, man. Hard times right now, and it's going to get worse. I hate to say it, but with AI, how many jobs are going to get lost to technology? A lot of people that work in the banking industry and, you know, work in office buildings, they're not going to need to hire those people no more because the computers are going to take care of all that work. What are those people going to do for work? This country doesn't do anything. We don't make clothes anymore. Levi Strauss, General Electric. We used to make toasters and televisions and radios. We don't make anything anymore. It's scary. For the younger generation, it's scary. I don't mean to be depressing. Did you eat pasta as a kid or rice? I ate both. I like pasta and rice, but the starch, I get heavy real easy. If I eat a lot of starchy foods, I put on weight pretty fast. What state are you in? I'm in northern Wisconsin, little town called Tomahawk. Hot mess. I love that name. I see that tattoo. Sleep in their car. Oh, I see that too. Sleep in their car and work. And they are older. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you think about how many people before the pandemic, before they started letting people work at home, everybody worked in an office building. You know, secretaries and this and that and whatever. But after the pandemic, a lot of things changed, and then AI kicked in, and a lot of those people that work from home don't have jobs anymore. I follow a lot of financial channels. When I got into silver stacking, because I lost a house during the housing crisis, and I educated myself about how the stock market works and all that. And I still keep a close eye on a couple channels to see what's going on in the economy. And this country's in a sad state of affairs. And I really do believe it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. And whoever the next president is, they need to bring back jobs. More than anything else, I think we can all agree this country needs jobs. Jobs that you can afford to pay rent. When I was a kid, here we go again with the old man stuff, but when I was a kid, Dad went to work. Dad could afford to buy a house. Mom stayed home and raised the kids. And Dad made a mortgage payment. And maybe he was a car mechanic or a plumber or a fireman or whatever. Carpenter, right? You can't afford to buy a house with one of those jobs. Not even a cop can afford to buy a house on a cop salary. And cops and firemen used to make really good money. But once again, you can see it for yourself. How many people are sleeping in their cars and going to work every day? It's tough, real tough. I do go live searching off. I go live scratching off lottery tickets and making people happy and laughing. Well, I'll have to come check you out. Do me a favor, Hot Mess. Leave a comment on any video or on this live after it's over. Then I can click on your thumbnail and I'll come over and subscribe and come check you out. You know, I don't know how to do it while we're in the middle of the live, but anybody that subscribes to my channel, I always try to subscribe and come check them out. Which country is doing well right now? That's a good question, LS. I don't know. There you go, Triple Hot Mess. For sure. Any, just so that I can hit your thumbnail and shoot over to your channel. I'm a caveman when it comes to these gadgets. 21. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't know, LS, which country is doing well. That's a good question. Hard times in China, from what I hear. Even their economy is struggling, and they got all the manufacturing, but we're not buying their stuff right now because people are poor. So their exports are way down. And we don't need to talk about what's going on in Russia. You know, you thinking about Morocco and where you're at, you're on the right track. You know, I don't know what things are like in Canada, what they got for work up that way, but the way that guy runs that country, they're probably in just as bad shape as we are. I just subbed to you, JohnnyO. Well, thank you, Triple Hot Mess. I appreciate you. And like I said, you leave a comment anywhere, I'll come over and say what's up and see you, watch you scratch your tickets and get a good laugh. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really hope if Trump gets into office and all his talk about, you know, bringing back jobs, and he does what he says. Even our car industries are hurting. New car sales are in the toilet. They want $100,000 for a new truck. Can't nobody afford that. So I know Dodge or Salanta or whatever they call it now is in real bad shape. And so is Ford and Chevy. Even Toyota's struggling. And if the auto industry is struggling, more jobs, man, more layoffs. I don't know. But my heart goes out to people that are struggling. It really does. And the kids these days, they think they're going to go viral and they're going to make a living off of YouTube or the internet or TikTok or whatever. I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's a strange world we live in. Things have changed so much, man. So much. The United States used to make television sets, Zenith. We used to export TVs back in the day. And they were very expensive. I remember when Grandpa got a TV, had an antenna up on the roof. And if there was a real big storm and there was any lightning, you always unplug the wire that went to the TV, because if the lightning hit the antenna, it would fry the television set. And now you can get a smartphone, a Tesla phone, that's hooked up to satellites. Our TV had tinfoil on antennas, and we had 2, 4, 5, and 7. We had 4 channels on the TV. And UHF, you might have 2. So maybe you had a total of 6 channels you could get on a television set when I was a kid. It feels like the Terminator. Technology. We got a little chip from a flying saucer. I don't know. But the way I grew up and what I saw as a kid and what I see now, it's so strange to me. So strange to me. And even when I was a sheet metal worker apprentice, I worked in Silicon Valley. I worked at Hewlett Packard. I worked at Sun Microsystems. I worked at Apple Computer, their first campus. I helped build that campus. The tech boom. There were buildings going up everywhere and office jobs everywhere. All that stuff's in China now. How many companies sub out all their work to China? Even if they manufacture something here, all the parts that go into whatever they build are usually made in China. People buy a new truck, something breaks, they take it to the dealer, it's under warranty, and then they have to wait for the parts to come out of China. We used to make tires, Firestone tires, Goodyear tires, Bendix brake pads. We made everything back in the day. Now it's Facebook. And I worked on Facebook's campus too. Thanks for the Tesla phone idea. There you go, LS. Yeah, I'm getting me one. It just, guaranteed a signal no matter where you live, including Morocco, my friend. Eric, have a good night. Oh, there you go, hot mess. There you go. Oh, have to go get ready for my scratcher bottle challenge. Oh, there you go, hot mess. Well, if you leave a comment, I'll try to, when I'm done, I'll try to get over there and see if you're still going. I'd like to see it. Good luck to you. There you go, Eric. Good looking out. See this? I love it when it's like this little community of friends hanging out. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Strange world. And even construction jobs. I don't know what construction's like these days. I don't know how many of my old co-workers got enough work to go around. Public service jobs will never go out. A nurse, a cop, a fireman, those jobs will never go away. There's always going to be a hospital, there's always going to be a fire, and you're always going to need the police. So those are 3 jobs that are pretty much guaranteed. High stress though. All 3 of those jobs are very stressful. But if I had to pick one, I'd be a fireman. Rescuing people. I wouldn't want to be a cop. And being a nurse in a hospital, seeing all those sick people, that'd be too hard on me. I'm too empathetic, right? Somebody's dying. Oh, it would just crush me to take care of a patient that was dying. But a fireman, saving the cat out of the tree and all that kind of stuff. I mean, granted, they got to do some pretty hairy stuff, but if I had to do it over, a fireman would be a good job. Social worker. There's always kids that need help. That was the job I really wanted, but I couldn't read. Couldn't go to college because just couldn't read the books. Yeah, you would be a good firefighter. Yeah, I would, definitely. I'd be a good social worker too. My heart goes out to kids having a hard time. I remember wanting to be a social worker when I turned 18. I used to talk to one of my foster moms about that. And she said, your reading would make it real hard. And I hate reading and doing book work and classroom stuff, so there was no way I was going to college. Eric, there are so many things I would have done differently now if I could do it all over again. Amen, brother. But you're still young, homie. I still think your art is a smart play for you. I keep saying it because I believe it. I see your talent right over here. Your cactus, man. It's so cool. And I really believe that could take you far in life. People like artwork, man. And that's a talent, not a learned skill. You were born with that, brother. That's in you, man. I wanted to do artwork, draw a stick man. That's about as good as I could do. LS, me too. There you go. Yeah. Well, you know how it goes. Hindsight's always 20/20. Your life experiences as you get older and being able to reflect back and see how you could have done things differently. A lot of that comes with maturity, right? When you're young, you don't have the ability to see the future. You're too caught up in the moment, want to have a good time, go hang out with your friends, go to the bar, go to the nightclub, whatever. And you get caught up in wanting to have a good time. And a lot of youngsters, you know, don't put their nose to the grindstone like they should. Me included, you know. I had a lot of different jobs. I had a lot of driving jobs because I like driving. I like being in a truck or a car by myself doing my thing. Eric, yes, you're 100% right. There you go, bud. I became a preschool teacher. Oh, there you go, LS. A teacher's a good job. That's being able to work with kids and help them learn something. I'd have been a good teacher if I could read. Worst pay on earth. Oh, yeah, I could imagine. Teachers should be paid as good as doctors. You know, a doctor is supposed to try to get you healthy, but a teacher is in control of a young child's mind, right? Children are very impressionable. Teachers should get paid very well for their job. And you're right, they don't. Teachers have never got paid good. Very good point, young lady. Our education system in this country is for shit. And don't even get me started what they're doing in schools these days. I start talking about any of that new curriculum they're pushing. YouTube will this will go right in the toilet. Preschool teachers are different, 0 to 5. Yeah, I know. But if you think about kids 0 to 5, their minds are very impressionable. If you're just teaching them how to tie shoes, because you're teaching them behavior skills. You're not teaching them reading, writing, and I can't say it. Mathematics, arithmetic, right? You're not teaching them how to do that. But what you're teaching 0 to 5 is very important, right? How to interact. Even more so from 0 to 5. Kids are very impressionable. And that's a time in their life when they're away from mom and dad. They need lots of love and guidance, like we were just talking about with Michael, about being a new dad and about being patient. I can only imagine how many lousy preschool teachers are out there that shouldn't have that job. And you're right. You don't get paid well because society just views you as a babysitter, right? 0 to 5. Oh, they're just babysitters. They're in charge of little lives that are very impressionable. Without a doubt. You're exactly right. Yeah, LS. No, I can see it. You know, a preschool teacher is more valuable to a young child than, you know, kindergarten to 5th grade. if you ask me. You know, if you're teaching a kid how to add and subtract or read a book, that's mechanics. To me, that's not very hard. You got a curriculum, you follow it, you teach them history or whatever they're teaching in school these days. But what you do, teaching a child confidence, teaching them how to tie their shoes for the first time, teaching them how to put together a jigsaw puzzle, how to interact and play together. Very important, because that'll be with them through their whole life. I see the value in a preschool teacher and how important that is. And when it comes to, some kids spend more time with their preschool teacher than they do their own parents. Because if they're at work all day and they're in preschool, they come home from work, get the kids, feed them and put them to bed. So how many waking hours are they with their own children? You're probably with the children for more man hours than their own parents are. I'm amazed that you are so wise on this topic. Well, young lady, I didn't have that kind of guidance in life. I know what a difference that would have made in my life. I do. It wasn't there, right? It wasn't there. I could have been something. And I have a keen eye when it comes to looking back in life. I see things very clearly, and I see things for how they really are. And the things that are real important in life stand out like a sore thumb, just like a preschool teacher. I see the value in that. That's why I want to do dogs. I see the value in loving them because what they do for me. Here I go again. I've lived a lot of life in this lifetime, LS. And I got a lot to offer to the younger generation. And I pray one day I get the chance. I really do. I say it all the time. I want to help aged out foster children. Somebody that's been through the foster care system and they turn 18 and their foster parents aren't worth a shit and they don't get a check no more, they tell the kids to get out. I'm not feeding you no more. I don't have to. Now all of a sudden that kid's homeless. Not their fault. Not their fault. They were born into whatever family they were born into. I could help that kid. I could help mold that kid. Not to mention, if I got a foundation started, they would inherit everything I got for their hard work. There would be something there for them if they help me with the dogs. And I could teach them all this stuff we talk about. Life. Like Tatanka was saying the other day. The School of Hard Knocks. You can't get my life lessons out of a book. That's life experience. And I know how wise I am. I'm not full of myself. I'm just real about life. Few people possess what I have. Nobody's out here trying to start a charity on YouTube and do what I do. That's my passion. It's not my living. But that's why I get no traction, right? Like I said, YouTube stunts and all that. That's not who I am. So me going viral, highly unlikely. But if I ever got the chance, I could set up Misfit Islands all over this country. There's a lot of kids out there, just like there's a lot of dogs out there that need a good home. I even thought about being a foster parent. I could teach a kid a lot. Best laid plans. Eric. You still are something, and you're helping others now, and you still got to go where you're at from hard work. There you go. And being a loving, generous person. Well, thank you for that, Eric. Thank you. I appreciate you. Misfit Island concept is awesome. I think so. You know, I understand the way the world works. The Hillary Clinton Foundation. If Johnny had a foundation that's tax-free, whatever donations come in, all go to Misfit Island. And through the channel, I could have a little tally, see all the money that comes in, and then ask people, what should I spend the money on? Do we need to build more doggy apartments? Do we need a new tractor? We need to put a roof on the new cabin for the 2 new misfits, that kind of thing. So everybody's donations that come in, they'd have say where their money gets spent, because I don't want it. I got so many great ideas, but I need help, right? I need people to believe in me. That's why I said if I ever got a chance to go on Rogan and have these kinds of conversations where I could have a wide audience, I know there's a lot of generous people out there. People with money who want to do good work. Philanthropy, right? That's the word for it. I get it. I know how the world works. But I need the contacts. I need people with scratch to believe in me so that I could put these ideas into action. You know, I tried to do this all by myself. I moved to Wisconsin from California, from 70 degrees to 25 below, because it was affordable. Not because I wanted to, but it gave me the opportunity to buy land. 2 homes here. I could put 10 people on this property right now. It might be a little cozy, you know, but we could build cabins. I got trees. Buy a sawmill. Help me mill lumber. Let's build you a cabin. Now you got your own house. You don't have to have 2 to a bedroom. See, growing up in foster homes, I remember sharing a bedroom with 3 other kids, 4 kids to a room. One of the foster homes I was in, it was a hustle. They slept in the small bedroom, and they had 4 kids in the master bedroom. 4 little beds in 1 bedroom. But that means 4 paychecks every month. You know what I'm saying? There are foster parents out there that are all about the hustle. I worked in a motorcycle shop, wrenching on Harleys. And this dude came in and said, and I quote, "When we get our new foster kid, I'll be back here to get more chrome for my Harley." I flipped out. I didn't say nothing to him, but I jumped on my Harley and I took off because I was pissed. And I knew if I started talking shit to this guy, we were going to get in a fist fight. And I needed the job. So I just jumped on my bike and took off. Right after he said what he said, I just got off the bike that I was working on and I walked over to my bike and took off. I was gone for 2 hours. Boss said, "Where'd you go?" I said, "That motherfucker said he was going to get new chrome for his bike when he got a foster kid. Fuck that guy." He said, "You got a job to do. Who cares where he gets his money?" I said, "I do. I quit." And that was the day I quit. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to work on that guy's bike if that's where he's going to spend his foster parents' money. That's why I hate money. That's why I won't give it away. But do you think Johnny's ever going to go viral? Please. But my heart is in the right place. And I'm quite intelligent when it comes to the way of the world. And I know how it works. And if I could find somebody who is a philanthropist that likes to give money to charities, who is a real charitable person and believes in what I'm doing, I could kill it. I could kill it. I wouldn't spend a dime on myself for chrome on my Harley. It'd all go to the misfits and the dogs. And I'd be very public about how I spent that money. Everybody can see where every dime went. And that'd be super easy to do on the gadget. Every donation goes into a little account. You see the little ticker on the screen. We get up to 20 grand. We need a new tractor. Johnny went and bought a tractor for 20 grand. Now we're growing crops, plowing the fields, growing potatoes or whatever. I got so many great ideas. Great ideas. I see it all right here. Always have. Well, I hope you go viral. I always do. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate you. 21. Thanks, guys. Thing is, you never know who's going to see one of these videos. You don't. And I see the value in that. I get no attention. I get trolls taking down comments and all that stuff, but I never lose faith. It's like playing the lotto. One of my videos gets in front of just one person, the right person, and they go, you know what? I believe in this guy. You know what? I need to get him on Joe Rogan. You know what? I got to send one of his videos to Soft White Underbelly or whoever who's got a big audience. And I get out here talking like this. It just takes one person. I see it. Always have. That's why I saw the value in YouTube, coming out here, being honest, crying on the gadget, showing my heart, because I see the potential to get in touch with the right person. I do. And the dear Lord gives me faith that that's going to happen one day. Otherwise, I might as well just climb into a bottle of Jameson. Drink myself to death, just like the wife. I got too much to offer to throw it all away. But there are times, this is very hard, to be here alone, especially after my dogs are gone. Some of the hardest things I've ever done is living here for the last 3 years. And the adversity I've been through since I've been here. And my heart is pure, what I want to do. Always has been. It's the outside world that's always been the issue for me. You should email Soft White Underbelly, and Mark would make a great team. Yeah, Joey Rosenthal, you're right. I believe in you. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. I don't know how to email so good. You know, and I've always said it. One of you guys, it always carries more weight when it comes from somebody else. If I send him an email, look at me, chances are it goes into the trash file. But if someone else put this video in front of him and he listened to what I was saying out here, because one of you good folks sent it to him, it would carry a lot more weight. It's like the errand I had to run today. I needed someone else to make an introduction because I knew if I just walked in cold, you know, chances are it would have been a lot smoother if I had someone else to kind of grease the wheels, make the introduction. And it did. It helped quite a bit. And I believe that with the YouTube channel. That's why I always said, it's going to be one of you misfits out there in the comment section that's going to make the biggest difference for me. I believe that. Because I believe in you guys, just like you do me. We're all in this together. You know, this ain't a me thing. It's an us thing. Being your brother's keeper, kind act for a stranger. That's really how the world works, for the good. Think about it. How many good things have happened to somebody because somebody else said something to the right person? You know what I mean? I push that because I believe that. But when you're tugging your own chain and you're look at me, people think you're full of shit. And you guys sharing these videos, right? Sending them to a friend and they send it to somebody, it's the same thing. I mean, I know it's a long shot. I've always known it's a long shot. but I've never stopped trying. I've been a hot mess out here, for sure, many times. Very angry, trying to stick up for myself and being so wrapped up in the drama that happened here when I first got here. That's why I took down a lot of those old videos, because that's not who I am. What you see here is what I truly am. Me being angry, that's not me. That's me being out of character because I was upset, PTSD, triggered, dysregulated. I understand these things now. And then after my dogs died, that angry side subsided a great deal. It takes me a lot to get upset now. Like I said, breaking a light fixture would get me so mad back in the day, and I laughed at myself because I couldn't get angry at something I used to get angry about all the time. Drop something on the floor, fuck, oh, ah. I don't do that no more. I feel good in my skin, and I'm proud of myself for what I'm trying to do. And hopefully one day I get to finish. I really do, man. And like I said, if the right person saw it, I would do Misfit Islands all over the country. Orphanages. When I was a kid, there were orphanages for children, right? Misfit Island is the same concept as an orphanage, except for older kids, right? Aged out foster children, 18, 19, 20 years old. You're still young. I could teach them a lot. Skills with their hands, loving dogs, the value in being loved by a dog. Kids need love in their life. They need direction. They need discipline. They don't need anger. I didn't have that as a kid. But I always had this good in me to try to make a difference. Because I saw how fucked up the world was and how there's few people out there that are really trying to help. And that's all I'm trying to do is help. And having faith in God tells me one day I'll get my chance, or I'll get to meet my maker. If this aneurysm cuts loose and I get to go to heaven, that's okay too. But you never know who's going to see these videos. Even after I'm dead and gone, these things could be here for 100 years. I see the value in that too. Joseph, I'm back. Hello. What did you come into? What did I come into? Masters in the house. Familia, family. There you go, brother. Amen. Just talking about life, Joseph. Just talking about life and my crazy ideas about setting up a dog charity. But you should have so many videos. Soft white underbelly would be interested. I would love your story on soft white underbelly. Yeah, I could tell a lot of, well, you guys, some of you guys have heard a lot of stories. I got many stories. The wife dying on another man's toilet, finding my father at his tombstone. So many stories. So many stories. I could entertain that guy for hours, trust me. I forgot you didn't read chats without your glasses. Yeah, I can't see. The kids in the house, been at the gym. God bless everyone. Good to see you, kid. God bless you too. And thank you guys. We're up to 22. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. I believe in what I'm doing wholeheartedly. I really do. You know, I'm sitting on 30 acres right now with 2 houses, an auto shop, a barn, a pole building in the back, fruit trees growing out of the ground. I could have done this Misfit Island thing here. I really could have. It didn't work out. I wasn't well received in this town. I've accepted that. Time to move somewhere else. It makes it hard. It makes it hard for me to think it's really going to happen because I got to start all over again. But I still believe in the dream. And I always will. I want to get dogs right now, but because I got to move, it's not the right time for me to bring 2 dogs into my life. They need that kind of love and attention that I can't give them right now, unfortunately. When I was 16, I won a great victory. I felt in the moment I would live to be 100. Now I shall not see 30. I got this line from a movie or a show. I don't remember what. There you go, Joseph. Yeah, when you're young, you think you're going to live forever. But the reality is, we're only here for the blink of an eye, right? You think about civilization and how long it's been around, the Bible, and thousands of years, and you're lucky if you get to be 60, 70, 80 years old. We're only here for a short time. Not here for a long time, just a good time, as they say. And I feel the clock's ticking, right? I got my own health issues, and I'm fearful that I won't get to finish this charity. But if I check out, at least I can say I tried. And these videos are proof that I tried. But that's not good enough for me. I really need to have this happen. I really do. Even if I only had 2 or 3 people and 20 dogs, I would feel fulfilled. Right now, I got no dogs. And that's very hard. Very hard. The loneliness here is, sometimes it's unbearable. You know it's over when your heart and breath and the death knock. Okay, Joseph? Yeah. Manifestation, right? You think about it long enough, you think about it hard enough, it will be. I hear that all the time. Motivational speakers and, Jocko and David Goggins and all these guys, staying focused, staying after your dream. I believe that. Having faith in God, that he'll bring me who I need when I need it. I believe that. It's what gets me out of bed in the mornings. It's what gets me in the shower. It's what keeps me off the booze. Drinking myself to death would be an easy way to just throw in the towel. But that's not my future. Been down that road. Ain't going down that road again. Maybe rethink the idea so it is manageable. That's what I'm doing, young lady. When I leave here, I'm not concerned with infrastructure anymore. I bought this property because it already had 2 homes on it and all this stuff. And when I leave here, because I don't know what I'm going to have to work with, a little cabin on 10 acres so I can have my privacy and my peace of mind, that's where I'm going to start. Start with 2 dogs. Build some doggy apartments if I don't have any infrastructure, and go get 2 more dogs and 2 more dogs and 2 more dogs. I'm starting off small. So I've already rethought the idea, believe me, because this didn't work. I've been on YouTube for quite a while, didn't get any attention, so it didn't work. So when I leave here, I'm going to start off small and hope and pray one of these videos get in front of the right person and it'll blow up and I can have 10 people and 100 dogs. But when I leave here, my plan is to do it by myself and lead by example, right? If I'm making videos with 10 dogs and they're all happy and healthy and I rescue 10 dogs all by myself, that'll carry a lot of weight on YouTube. I won't be out here being angry and hooting and hollering about all my nonsense in this town. I'll be like, look at these 2 new dogs we just got, right? That'll go a long way. So I've already got a new plan, young lady, but thank you for that comment. You can try to start a fundraiser. Yeah. And once again, that's something I need help with. I can't read so good, and so my skills with the gadgets and trying to figure out how to do a fundraiser and a Kickstarter and a GoFundMe, I don't know how to do none of that stuff. That's where I need help, right? That's where I need somebody else with gadget skills that believes in me, and they can do all the computer work and I can go build stuff. But you're right, I do. I need a fundraiser, but I need people. I need help, right? I can't do that on my own. Joey, I think you believe there is, I'd like to believe there's a Misfit Island in heaven and all our dogs will be, well, I'll tell you what. I've watched a lot of near-death experience videos, very curious about the afterlife. And many, many, many times I've heard people say their dog was there when they got there. Me and my little dogs will be reunited. I have no doubt. People talk about seeing their parents and their siblings, and they're young and healthy when they get to the other side. I believe that. In my heart and soul, I believe that when we get to heaven, we'll be reunited. I think dogs are a magical little creature. I think they're little angels. I do. They changed me from the inside out. And I believe in how valuable dogs are to help people, to show them how to love each other. And lonely people, when you got a dog, you're not so lonely, trust me. What I've been through since my dogs are gone, this loneliness, I see the other side of that coin now. And I believe that was the last lesson I needed to learn to really make this happen. What it's like to be without a dog. And how valuable they are. And like our children, how they need to be loved and cherished. Made a lot of mistakes in life. Being angry in front of my dogs, or getting mad at my dogs for just being dogs, right? Never again. Just like we were talking about, it's easy to look back and wish we would have done things differently. I get that now. And I believe that's why I had to go through what I went through. I still needed to learn, and I did. And I will continue to keep learning on how to be a better person. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I know a lot, but I still learn every day. And when I get on YouTube, I try to learn more every day. I saw this dog today in Florida, and I wanted to make the phone call because it belonged to somebody who passed away. And the dog didn't have nowhere to go, and it was the cutest, loving, littlest pit bull. And I wanted that dog something fierce. But the time's not right. I can't bring a dog into my life until after I move. Because I don't know what my future has in store while I'm still here. And I don't want a dog to be subjected to any drama. And once I leave and I find the right spot, I'll be getting 2 dogs immediately. Joey, my chest hurts when I breathe in. If anyone of you know what it is, can you tell me? I don't know, bud. You might want to get into the doctor and get that checked. There was, when I was a kid, I popped a rib. In the middle, you got cartilage, and one of my ribs got popped out playing football, and it caused me pain when I breathed in. So maybe it's something as simple as just having a rib popped out. Not broken, but separated from the cartilage. I don't know, man, but if you got pains in your chest, you should see a doctor. I don't know what that means. And I hope you feel better soon. It's kind of scary. LS, how many dogs have you had in your life? I've had 4 pit bulls. My first one when I was 18. My second one, I was late 20s, early 30s. And then my last 2 dogs. And I got little Kimba over 12 years ago. If you go on my very first video I ever made, you'll see little Kimba when she was a puppy. And that's when it all started. And that was in 2012. 12 years ago. Yeah, I wouldn't want anything to happen. A new dog of yours in that house. Yeah, no, dude. Yeah, no, I'm not getting a dog until I move. And you're right, because of my health condition, I don't know where that came from. And I'm not, and as far as I know, the dogs could have got the parasite and gave it to me. I really don't know. I really don't know. But until that situation is completely cleared up, I'm not going to get a dog. Heaven forbid I infect a dog with my condition. You know what I'm saying? No way. No way. And that's another reason why I don't want anybody here with me. I might ask my mom to send me. There you go, Joseph. Get it checked, bud. It could be something real simple. It could. So try not to stress yourself. I mean, I don't think you're having no heart attack or nothing like that. And like I said, I had a rib that got popped off the cartilage, and it was real painful when I breathed in because your chest would make your ribs move. And it could be something that simple, which will set itself. It just pops back in. So try not to worry yourself, but I would definitely go to the doctor and just get it checked, bud. Don't take no chances with your health. I'm not one to talk. 23. Thank you guys for showing Johnny some love. I appreciate you. You never know which video is going to go viral. You just never know. Wow, for a video that started off so slow, it sure picked up. And I love conversations like we were just having. Because you guys get to see who I really am and what's in my heart and all my crazy ideas. And not just good advice, right? I got a lot of great ideas in my head on how to build a Misfit Island from the ground up, grassroots, one person at a time. And like I said, LS, I'm scaling way back when I leave here because I don't know how much money I'll have to work with, and it's not going to be a lot. And just one house with a little bit of land so that I can say, well, that was weird. I just got a phone call coming in from Moss Beach. That's my hometown. And I had another phone call come in today from Palo Alto, which is also my hometown. Strange. Very strange. But the last one from Palo Alto didn't leave a message. And Moss Beach is right down the coast by where my brother lives. Something tells me that's probably my troll spoofing phone numbers. But we'll see. Hopefully they leave a message. Yeah, thanks for sharing. You're welcome, LS. You're welcome. And just like talking about preschool, right? People seeing how I feel and what my ideas are right down to preschool. Clearly, I'm not some ignorant construction worker. I'm well versed in life. And I could have an intelligent conversation with Joe Rogan or Soft White Underbelly or any of those guys, and it would make for a great video. I have no doubt. I just need the exposure. Joey, Joseph, at your age, it could be anxiety, but I'd get it checked out. There you go, Joey. There you go. I didn't even think about anxiety, but you're right. Stress and anxiety can bring on weird symptoms for sure, without a doubt. Thank you guys. Once again, I appreciate all of you very much. You helped me get through the day. My loneliness, your questions and your comments and your kind words and your encouragement. You help me a great deal. You really do. And I'm very appreciative of all of you. You know, when you guys are out there and we interact and we're saying nice stuff to each other and exchanging ideas, that's you doing a kind act for this guy, right? This stranger. We've never met face to face. I've said it many times. I can't wait to have a family reunion. When I get settled somewhere and invite everybody to come over for a weekend or whatever, you know, and anybody who can't afford it, you know, we all pitch in together and buy somebody a plane ticket and we all get to break bread together. It would be so cool to meet all of you guys face to face. I love you and I enjoy our interaction in the comment section, but I long for so much more. To have a cup of coffee and meet you guys face to face would mean a lot. Show you my appreciation in person, give you a big hug, and give you a proper thank you. It would mean a lot. Sharon. It's been a long time, young lady. It's so great to see you. Hi, Johnny. So nice to see you again. You too, young lady. It's been a while. I was just thinking about getting off of here, but since you plugged in, I think I'll stick around for a minute. I appreciate you guys, like I was saying. Right down to you, Sharon. Another misfit that's always said nice stuff. And I would love it if we could ever get the chance to meet face to face. It would be so cool. Like an old movie, the same time next year kind of thing, right? High school reunion, a YouTube reunion, and do it once a year on Misfit Island. It would be so cool, so cool. I got so many great ideas, man. I really do. I have been in the hospital having a kidney operation. Oh, Sharon, I'm so sorry. I hope everything went well and you're feeling better. Take care of yourself, young lady. I always, you know, it gives me that in my chest, like my heart goes out. Anybody that's going through tough times. I hope you heal quickly. I really do. Scary going to the hospital. Surgeries and all that. I've had my fair share, believe me, I know. And I've got my fair share of health issues right now. Having this aneurysm on my aorta, if that thing cuts loose, I'll get to go meet my doggies. I'm so glad to be back. Yes, I'm great now. Oh, good deal, Sharon. I have missed our chats. Me too. You know, it's tough being on YouTube. A lot of good folks pop in and then all of a sudden they're gone and I never know what happens. You know, they say a lot of nice stuff. They're here for a while and then all of a sudden I don't hear from them again. Oh, that's a birdie crashing into the window. Fuck. I get these grouse up here, dumb birds, and they're pretty big. You know, not quite as big as a chicken, but they're not too bright. And when they bang into that window, it's pretty loud. But anyway, to get back to you, Sharon, yeah, it always scares me when people that have always been real nice and supportive are always down there in the comments and then all of a sudden they're gone. I think, shit, man, I hope nothing happened. But I'm glad to hear you're doing better. What's an aneurysm? What are they doing about it? An aneurysm is a soft spot, like an aneurysm in your head, in a vein. It's a bulge. And I got your aorta is the main tube that connects your heart and your lungs together. And it couldn't be in a worse spot other than your brain because you can get an aneurysm anywhere. And they told me it's small to medium and that all they're going to do is monitor it because for them to do surgery to fix it, it's high risk. You might not survive because of where it's at. It's very dangerous, they said. And so I'm just praying to God that, and they said it could have been there for years. And as long as it doesn't get bigger, I don't have to be too concerned about it ripping. But where I got diagnosed, I don't have a lot of faith. It's another reason I need to get back to California to a hospital I trust so that I can get properly evaluated and make sure I take care of it. Are you stuck? You're stuck. You're stuck with me now. I sure hope so. I like having you around, Sharon. Thank you. Glad you're doing okay, Sharon. There you go, Eric. How did they find it? Well, I went to the hospital thinking I was having stroke symptoms because of neurological issues I was having. And they did a CAT scan on my head, and it went about halfway down my chest. And they said, oh, we don't find nothing in your head, but we see an aneurysm on your aorta. They found it by accident. Thanks, Eric. It's great to be back. There you go. I love it when you guys are supporting each other. Well, I've been into this live for 2 hours now. I'm getting a little hungry. I'm going to check out. But once again, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. And of course, I see a message held for review. I got to check. Joey, are you at least monitoring your blood pressure? I am. I just checked it the other day. It was a little high, but I'm keeping an eye on it. That's what will pop it. Yeah, I know. And I was doing some yard work the other day. That's why I checked it. Show. No, they haven't fixed my parasite issue, Sharon. I'm still dealing with that. I just had to put that up. For some reason, it was held for review. Are you at least? Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on my blood pressure, and I'm trying to keep my stress down. I'm trying not to overexert myself, all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to be careful, Joey, for sure. Absolutely. All right, you guys, I'm going to check out. I got to cook dinner and get after some stuff. It's starting to get dark, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening, Johnny. Thank you, Eric. Love you, brother. Love you, too. Glad you got to be here for a while. Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Once again, I appreciate all of you. And it's not over till it's over. Misfit Island is alive as long as I'm alive. And I still say it over and over again. It's one of you guys sharing one of these videos, talking to the right person is going to make all the difference. And being there for each other is what makes the world go round. Like I always do, a kind act for a stranger. Go to your local dog shelter, take one of those doggies out of a cage and take it for a walk and see what that does for you. All right, you guys, I love you. Much love and respect as always. Love the ones that love you back. Do your best with the rest. And I'll be back tomorrow. Promise. Peace.